could already hear so much geese already. Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. For those who are returning, those of you who are new, my name is Rachel Liebs and I make YouTube videos on here really about my life and what I'm up to. Today I got the idea of doing something a little bit more different and something that I actually enjoy doing normally that I don't record. And that is making TikToks with my digital camera. So I actually figured that this video would be pretty suiting for the time that we are in. If you haven't heard, or if you don't live in the United States, in the United States, as of I think January 19th, TikTok is going to be banned, and that means that nobody's going to be able to download it. It's just going to be deleted. It's going to be gone. And I'm kind of confused about how I feel about the whole thing, because although I think that it'll be not the worst thing in the world because my attention span will be back and whatnot, I also am a little sad about it because I do learn a lot from TikTok. I've had a lot of great laughs from TikTok, and most importantly, I use the platform, or have started using the platform, as a means of doing something a little bit new. And so on there, I record small clips of mostly nature and different landscapes, and I put a song behind it that I feel fits the video. And I've gotten a lot of traction with that. It seemed to be pretty successful, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss a platform where you could just upload a short, like 20-second, less than that, video and have a lot of people see it and resonate with it and love it. And so if you do follow me on TikTok, if you are already a subscriber, I would recommend going and following my Instagram. The link will be down below in the bio, and that is where I'm going to be probably posting most of my TikTok style videos for now on. So yes, a chapter is going to be closed, but ultimately I think it will be fine if I still have you guys here supporting me all as well. So yeah, let's get into my digital camera a little bit. So this right here I think is a perfect spot to start off making TikToks, but let's get into the camera. So I've gotten an interest in making... they just started doing that one. Okay, thank you. So kind of last year, and actually before that, during like COVID, I got into making more nostalgic feeling videos. And so I figured what better way to do it than use an actual digital camera from like the early 2000s that I remember using when I was little, to capture certain moments and capture a feeling that I think in media is lacking right now, just because all of the more high-tech technology that's out these days. I figured why not take it back and go for something a little bit more nostalgic. And so that is where this camera came from. Now, this is actually not the first camera I started making videos with. I actually have a video up that you can watch. I'll put it probably popping up here or in the description, about a camera that I bought in New York City. It was a Pentax. I'm not really sure what model it was, but that's what I started using. And now that camera has seen better days. I've unfortunately dropped that a lot and have taken it to a lot of places with me, so it's broken. But this is the replacement, and this is probably actually the better replacement. Typically, I like Kodak products a little bit better, just because I'm more used to using them, and I have more of a history with them. But this camera right here is actually the Kodak EasyShare C613 or 13. This video camera actually was my childhood video camera. So this has been the primary camera that has been helping me make all those TikToks. If you guys were wondering, and if you want to go ahead and try to make similar videos for yourselves, but I thought I'd talk about this camera a little bit, give some history. Really nothing special. There are probably a lot of other digital cameras out there that do a much better job than this one, but I think this one I use primarily because I had it was working, and it has some sentimental, meaning to me. So this is a 3x optical zoom camera, and it has the notches there so you can switch to video mode, photo mode, and they have some other cool things there too, power button, whatnot. So not that fancy of a camera, takes 2 AA batteries. This can turn into an issue if this is something that you want to go into, because the batteries do kind of run out of juice pretty quickly. I kind of take a gamble when I take this out, hoping that it has enough power to use it for whatever I want, but I recommend having a lot of AA batteries on deck ready to go. I believe these do work with rechargeable AA batteries, but I wouldn't rely on that. I wouldn't quote me on that. But let's get started. Okay, so let's get a little bit closer to these geese here. These are Canada geese. They hang out a lot over here in the area. Although they could probably hear me and they're like, what is this person doing right now? All I want is to get them on camera. So let's do that. So I typically don't have to get that close to them, but I like to try to get the best shot as possible. So we're gonna whip out the camera, we're gonna turn it on and make sure that it's in video mode, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to capture these beautiful animals. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the first shot I think I want. And to really capture the essence of the places in which I shoot at, you gotta capture what is around it as well. So obviously I am on a beach, so the sand is super important, and what's in the sand and what's in the area. So actually in this area you get a lot of water chestnuts. I believe that's what they're called, but they're also called devil heads because they kind of look like a little devil there. I could try to capture that, and just like the various rocks and shells that are here, to really know where we are, to set the scene. And I guess that's kind of like the filmmaker in me, but that's what makes these videos so special, because you are really able to try to capture a place as best as you can and give it to a person who is just like in their home or just not where I'm at right now, and give them a piece of what I've experienced. And I think that that's really, really special to have and be able to share. I think that if you ever have a chance to share your experience and what you've been through, what you go through, you know, in the belief that it'll help people, or just make people feel more at peace, then that's amazing. You should go pursue that and go do that. Now I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to take the camera back out again, and I'm just going to capture what is in the sand. And what I like so much about making TikToks like this too is that the clips do not have to be long at all to convey the message that you want it to convey. That's very powerful. You know, you can have a very simple video yet have it make such a profound effect on you. And look, these guys are flying now. They're beautiful. Okay, so now we're at the new location, and this location primarily is me trying to capture the essence of trees. Trees are amazing, and I think they hold so much history and wisdom, and we can actually learn a lot from them. So I love filming trees, and the great thing about filming trees too is that no tree is really the same. They're all unique pretty much in their own ways, and trees are particularly interesting sometimes in the winter because you have to see them for what they are and their rawness, rather than, you know, all the luscious green that they may have, or all the colors that they may have in the spring or summer seasons. There's a lot to be taken away from that, because it's like a renewal. You know, they're not always going to have these crazy green, pretty looking leaves, and they're gonna have to shed those and be without them for a while in order to regrow them. So that's the little like deep message there for life, because it's always okay to restart and do what you need to do to get to where you want to be and where you're going to feel your best. But of course there are also some trees that are not so bare, just like the ones that are right here. I'm pretty sure these are, see, I need to learn my trees better, because I want to say that they're pine, but I truly don't know if they're pine. I think they might be though, because pine trees are, I think, one of the only trees that keep their leaves and their green, their color, all year round. So These personally are like my favorite pine trees. But there are also a lot of other trees that I find very fascinating, including, I think it's called the weeping wallow tree, which they have a lot of here. And what's surprising about those ones is that actually I was filming them literally like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they had all their leaves, and now they look completely different. And you know, that's okay, because things do change and things always don't stay the same. And that's what makes life interesting. Without the certain changes that we go through, you know, are we really living? Okay, so now I'm going to whip out my Kodak camera and make some TikToks of trees. So, a lot of shots of trees that you can get obviously are lower shots just because the trees are so tall, but I actually like to get kind of like up close and personal with the trees too. So I like to actually get my camera close to the leaves and kind of like travel through the tree. There is a TikTok that I have up that I'll put somewhere here that kind of does that. It takes you through the tree as if like you're this, you know, I don't know, a small little creature that's in this another world, and that is just seeing things from a different perspective. If you can create a shot in photography, in filmmaking, that will change somebody's perspective on something, that's the key. That's actually one of the best things that you can do, and it's how to use the art form to its fullest too. I mean, of course, there are a whole other elements to filmmaking, to photography, but if you can achieve a certain shot that makes people ask questions or makes somebody say, huh, I never looked at something in that way before, you're doing the right thing. And that's my goal when I make my pieces, as I want people to ask questions. I want to leave people thinking about something in a different way. Oh my gosh, I think I just stepped in poop. I think I just stepped in deer poop. Okay, so this is actually one of the weeping wallow trees that I was near just a few weeks ago, and you could see how much of a difference there is now in the coloring and the leaves. There are no leaves, and now it's just these branches left that kind of actually have a yellowish tint to it, which I think is actually pretty cool. What's actually extremely important in the shots that you get to is framing. What I like to do is try to find natural frames to place items in, or place whatever I'm shooting my subject in. So I noticed that as I'm walking by this weeping wallow tree and getting some shots, there is kind of like an archway going through over here. I don't know if you could see it, but there's kind of an archway right here that creates a pretty cool opening that's pretty enticing. Like, you have, you know, branches here, branches there, and then the middle is kind of just open, and it draws you in to that specific area. And that's kind of what I want to get. It's like making a shot or getting a certain composition right that invites you into a place is pretty cool. So you can't really see it that well on the camera here, but on TikTok you probably will. But yeah, it's kind of just like inviting. Like, it wants you to just go through this area and see what's on the other end. And on the other end is a very, very pretty hill here that you can't really see what's over that hill, but you can only see the way up. Next we'll get into more of like landscapes, and I also like to capture a lot of that too, so kind of just more broad, wider shots of certain hills or whatnot. Hills are particularly one of my favorite. Okay, so I made it to part of the top of the hill, not completely all the way at the top. If I wanted to go all the way at the top, it would have to be more that way. I love to shoot here, absolutely love to shoot here, because I think it looks like another world. I think that the fact that you can't see what's on the other side and it's really just the sky, I think it makes for a really cool effect. And also a lot of these dry plants along here just look really cool, and they show up really good on my digital camera. You know, I went outside saying I'll be fine without gloves, but I'm really starting to regret that decision now. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. This is a pretty like on-the-spot type of hobby, I guess you could say, that I do. There's really no strict rules that I like to go by necessarily. I kind of just wander around a location and see what calls me. That's the thing. With this type of thing, it's important to just follow your gut and follow what it is that you think will truly capture people's attention, make you intrigued, make you more curious about the world around you. So very spontaneous, very random. Just go out and start capturing the moments that you want to capture. And what I'm really going to miss about TikTok too, if we're going back to the whole TikTok being banned thing, I'm really going to miss the music choices. Sounds are always trending, and you could really get some nice unique songs, or just songs that you like that are kind of edited in a way. I don't know, TikTok just has a way with its sounds, and when I put certain sounds over my videos, it really takes it to that next level. Music plays a huge part in what I like to do. In my videos, I love to incorporate music because it just gives it that extra push, that extra feeling to the clip or whatever you're recording. Let me know in the comments down below if you have enjoyed this video and if you want to see more. I think I might turn this into like a series. I think I might go out to different various locations, because this is just like one park that I'd like to go to. And I could show you guys more of how my process is with making TikToks or just making short clips, and also kind of help reach out to like fellow filmmakers out there who may find this inspiring or may give me some ideas. So anyways, if you guys have any questions about this camera that I'm using here, or about like digital cameras or how to get a certain shot to look a certain way, please ask. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I hope that this video was helpful or entertaining to you guys. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue doing this type of video series and see how it goes. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night, whatever time you're watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.